So many people are struggling with protraction in planche, and in today's video I'm going to show you exactly how you can manage it and go from being with protraction is the weakest link for you, weakest point, to being something so naturally for you that you don't even have to think about it while planching. You don't even have to think about it anymore because it comes too naturally for you. It's like that. And obviously, that's not one thing that you apply and then poof, like a magic. Obviously not. It's a journey, and I will show you and I will guide you through that journey and show you how you can actually take advantage of it to make protraction something easier for you. So when it comes down to protraction, most of the time I'm hearing guys talking about like scapula push-ups, saying that scapula push-ups is going to help them, or maybe what's the best exercise for the protraction. And in today's video, I'm going to cover out these two questions as well. And I'm going to show you why scapula push-up is the worst exercise of them all. And let's start by saying that there are some people that having their scapulas winging. You can literally see the scapula popping out of the body, and that's not a scenario that you want it to happen for you. That means your scapulas are not moving the right way, and it doesn't even necessarily relevant to the protraction itself. It just means that your scapular movement isn't correct, and your scapulas should move on your rib cage. So it should be on your rib cage, and instead, once they are popping out, they are actually coming outside of the body, which is something that shouldn't happen. So it doesn't even relevant to the protraction, but for some people it happened, and if you are that guy, you will have to fix it first before even thinking about protraction. So develop a better body awareness, apply all the things about like visualization, do it with the mirror, do it with easier exercises. First fix it and then come to protraction. So protraction, what's the primer mover of the protraction? It's the serratus anterior, which is this muscle. So the serratus anterior is basically the muscle that does the scapular abduction, basically getting your scapulas away from each other, which is the protraction itself. So serratus anterior. And when I'm saying that this muscle is the muscle that is capable and doing the actual movement of the protraction, it doesn't mean that if you want to have a better protraction, you have to actually train this muscle specifically. For example, if I want a better planche, I'm not going to work specifically on my anterior deltoid. I'm not going to work on shoulders to have a better planche. I'm going to work on the actual planche to have better planche. And it applies here also for protraction. Making some exercise, such as like the dumbbells, doing scapula push-ups, doing protraction with accessory or strengthening exercises are nonsense. You are targeting the muscle instead of the actual movement that is specific to have protraction in the actual planche. So please stop wasting your time, stop doing it, because there are way better alternatives, and I'm going to show you exactly in today's video. Because doing scapula push-ups, let's say you want to do protraction in full, let's say you want to do it in straddle, or even in advanced planche, doing scapula push-ups is too easy for you. It's too easy for you. Like, the honest truth, the reality is that scapula push-ups are not intense enough to translate it and convert it and channel the actual movement from scapula push-ups to a real planche, because the intensity is so different even if you are leaning so much. So instead, there are so many better alternatives. Okay, so what's stopping you from actually achieving the protraction that you are looking for in your planche? So it comes down to a few things, and it can be you are missing the right cues, you are missing the strength for it, because doing protraction is also strength. if you can hold the planche but you can't do protraction, it still means you're losing and you're not having enough strength to do the protraction. You might have the strength for the planche, but you don't have the strength for the protraction because these are different types of strength. This strength here is going to be also serratus anterior. You're going to move and shift some of the loads towards the serratus. And yeah, so what you're going to do is to work specifically on the cues, thinking about higher, thinking about pushing the ground down, thinking about 101 things. So many cues there are for better protraction, such as the torsis flexion, such as so many things. But in today's video, I'm going to show you more and talk about more like the strength aspect, show you the best exercise for protraction. And honestly, if you want to strengthen it, if you want to have better protraction, it doesn't come down to even an exercise. So stop thinking exercises are going to help you with better protraction. It's actually how you are programming, how you are structuring the fucking training in order to get better with protraction. So protraction comes down into a good structure that comes down to and specific for form. So the training sessions focuses specifically on the form aspect, and this is going to allow you to have a better protraction. It's not about the exercise, it's about how you're programming the things to gain the right strength for the protraction. So I'm going to show you exactly how you can manage it and do it exactly. Just a clear example, let's say you can hold right now 5 seconds of straddle planche. So 5 seconds straddle. And these 5 seconds of straddle planche are currently not with the best form. Currently we are doing it with retraction. Currently we are doing it with natural position of the scapulas. So how can I make it with better protraction? How can I get the necessary strength that I'm looking for? So what I'm going to do is start my workout with few sets of straddle with intention of protraction. And obviously this is not a magic trick. This is not going to help you to get a better protraction. It's just about like thinking of the right things. And this is just the first exercise. After the first exercise comes down more specific work towards protraction. So here I'm going to decrease the progression because I'm going to find the hardest progression I can do with the best form possible. So I'm going to do the hardest progression with the max protraction. So let's say I can do the straddle, but I can't do their max protraction. So this is not the hardest progression I can do for this specific exercise. So what I'm going to choose is basically doing super advanced, for example, super advanced, or maybe even like straddle with a band, because that's also an exercise that reduces the intensity, that is easier. As long as I can do their perfect protraction, max protraction, that's an exercise I want to use and apply the things that I'm about to say now. So it can be super advanced or straddle with a band, And what you are going to do after this first exercise, you are going to apply it for super advanced or straddle with a band and do and work till form failure. Form failure means that after you broke down the form, after the form breaks a little bit, what's going to happen is you're going to stop the set. There is no reason for you to continue the set after the form breaks, if the form is your goal. If something else is your goal, volume, intensity, I don't know, it can be so many things, you might be want to break the form a little. But if your form is the main priority, if protraction is all you care about, this is the fastest way to get there. You want to work till the second the form breaks. If the form broke, it's no longer going to be beneficial for you in order to improve the protraction. So you're going to work with one of these exercises till form failure. Form failure. And you want to do it and find an exercise that you can do it intense, basically doing something for short amount of period. And intense means hard. So basically, let's say 4 to 6, 7 seconds. And what you are going to do next is going for as many sets as possible. I'm not talking about like doing 100 sets, but I want you to go for sets that will allow you to work as much as possible and gather time under tension in the max protraction that you can do. So for example, you're going to go by feeling and see once these sets is too much for you, that's when you can move on to the next exercise. So I want you to do between 4 to 7 sets, let's say, for a rough estimate. And this amount of sets with this amount of form failure is what's going to allow you to go best. So the first exercise, is the only exercise in the training session that you allow yourself to do it with not perfect form. But after that, everything should be with perfect form. And even on the first exercise, you should have intention. You should want and think about and trying to do perfect form, to do better forms than last time. And after you've done the second exercise, you can go for more accessory work. Basically, I don't know, another dynamic movements for planche that will help you to progress in planche. And then even on the other exercises, you should go till form failure. So if you want to improve in form, it all comes down to form failure. You want to stop the set only after the form breaks a little bit. You don't want to hold it after the form broke. So I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you want to progress faster and you feel like you are missing something in your training, I can guarantee you can do it faster. I can guarantee you that with my one-on-one coaching, you can progress faster, safer, combine it with intuition, the structure and programming with how you feel, because that's the most beneficial way to progress in our sport. That's what made me and my students the most amount of gains in the shortest amount of period of time. So if you want to join my one-on-one coaching, you can send me a message on Instagram. My Instagram is Shaked Tamir. It's down in the description. Send me the word skills and see you in the next video.